Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Piper Jasmine, and today I'm going to be sharing you guys some tips on how to have a successful first year of college. So literally August came by so quick, you guys. Like, I did not think I was ever going to make it back to a college dorm. Like, I thought I was gonna stay in this house for another 500 days. But it came by really quick. I'm super excited to be going back to school. Kind of nervous with the whole, corona situation. I'm like 99% sure that every school in America will be online. So just like a little background information, I finished my spring semester online and I ended that semester with like a 3.86. And then I recently took 4 summer classes and I ended that with a 3.9. So I definitely had to implement some different tactics on how to conquer this online learning environment, because it is so different than just like being able to be at school and just learning from your professors who are right there and just communicating with them and peer learning and all of that. So I definitely wanted to share the tips that helped me be successful in my past 2 semesters, which have been online.
Class, you already know. First class, you already know.
My first, why am I doing it with 2 fingers? That means 2. My first advice, you guys, would to get organized. With online school, I feel like it's so easy to get so behind or so not on track because it's online, It's like, I can sleep in a little, or you know what, I'll just do that later. Like, I'll just ask somebody for their notes. It's so easy to get so behind and so overwhelmed when you're online because you physically don't have to be there. And depending on your course or your professor, you may not even have to attend the lectures. You may not have to turn in something by the end of the class, maybe at the end of the day. And that's how you can get behind. And so what I like to do, you guys, to stay organized, I actually use their little Remind app on my MacBook, and I literally take my syllabus and I go by week and I make a reminder for all the things that I have to do. It's like a little to-do list, and that really helped me because I can see everything that I have planned out for the week. The Remind, what's so great about it is you put in the time that it starts, so that time can be when you get the assignment, and you can put the time that it ends. So that way you can remind yourself, oh, it's due at this time on this day. I'm not gonna get a 0, I'm not gonna be late, I'm gonna get it done. My second advice would to try to find other students who are taking that class with you. I definitely had a GroupMe. I made a GroupMe for my environmental health science course, and I was in a GroupMe for my chemistry lab and for my chemistry class. And it's really nice to be able to communicate with your classmates, because when you're online, you kind of have this idea of, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be stuck here doing this myself. Who can I talk to if I need help but I don't want to ask my professor? Or sometimes, in all honesty, your professors may not be reachable. That's just real life stuff. So when you have a question, you can just go ahead, type that thing up, send it to them, try to get help, answer whatever. And it just makes life so much easier, because also it's that you're not in the same boat. If you're struggling with something and you ask in a GroupMe and someone else is like, oh yeah, I am too, do you want to do a Zoom session, what's your number, whatever. It's really nice because it's okay, I'm not dumb. Even if you just have that GroupMe and you make those connections with different people, you will be able to at least FaceTime someone to study with. That's what I did this summer. I FaceTimed this girl multiple times, and we studied together. We were able to ask each other questions, and that really helped because while you're not there physically at school where you can just meet at Tate or in the library or whatever, at least you're communicating with someone and kind of working things out as well. I'm not saying to cheat. Don't send any answers in those, because that is against academic dishonesty, and it's 4.0 season. It's not get caught and get out of school season, period. My next advice would to be attend the lectures, you guys, or attend the class, even if you're in high school or whatever. But if you're in college, you'll probably most likely be going on Zoom, or they might have pre-recorded lectures. Please attend those. Please, please, please. Just create a schedule. I think that's what this advice would be. Create that schedule, you guys, because if you are locked into a schedule, like, it's just easier to get everything done. You might say, okay, on the first day of school, I'll attend this lecture. Every lecture after that, I'm not gonna do. Like, no, don't do that, you guys. I did that over the summer, and the first day of summer school, I was up at 9 o'clock to attend my 9:15 lecture. Then I had a 10:15 lecture, and after that I would do my other class. And then, you know, as the weeks kept going, I just stopped going to my 9:15 lecture because my professor didn't have like any clicker questions, and he chose to record them and upload them later, and there was nothing, like no assignments that were due during the lecturing time. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna watch the lectures later. You won't. I'm telling you right now, you won't watch that lecture later. As many times as you tell yourself, I'll watch it later, you won't. You know why? Because nobody wants to willingly sit through an hour lecture over some BS that they don't care about and that they only need to graduate. I'm telling you, you won't do it. And that's how you can get behind in class. And that's how, like, when the final comes around, you're like, what the hell is this? When did I learn this? And if you create that schedule, like, of not missing any lectures and going to class, asking those questions, even though it's all online, that's how you're gonna stay on top of things. So please just create that schedule. Almost like while it's online, just still try to have that mentality that, you know, your classes still matter, in that you still have to show up to perform well. Because even if you don't, like, you're not going to perform well. Even if this was like a whole regular semester and you were going to your classes, if you were skipping class, you're not going to perform well. Just attend those lectures and try to make the best out of the situation that you can. My next advice is to communicate with your professor. I know that this one might be hard because I think this, like, for me personally, I think that I communicated better when it was like online. And I think it's just because it's less intimidating, and quite honestly, it's more convenient. Like, I don't have to leave my dorm. I grew a lot more comfortable with asking my professors for help that way. So I would definitely recommend for you to try that, because I mean, there's really no other way that you can get help from your professor during this, you know, pandemic. But if they're offering office hours and you need help, go to the office hours. I mean, you literally don't even have to show your camera or anything, and it's so much less intimidating. So definitely take an opportunity of that if you're kind of shy like me. And my last advice would to be flexible with everything that is happening. I know that this is like a tough situation for everyone, students and teachers, but as a student, I think it's really important for us to realize that nobody really has the answers yet on how the world is supposed to work with the coronavirus. Your school doesn't, your professors don't. Even though they act like they do, trust me, they don't. And I think, you know, the best thing that you could possibly do is to be flexible with the situation that you're put in. And if you like that the situation that you are in is hindering you and your performance due to this pandemic, definitely try to reach out to resources at your school who can help you in any shape or form. Find the higher ups, email them all the problems and concerns that we had. I definitely reached out to the student care and outreach. I reached out to my counselor, the head of the department, the director of the department, the president of the school, literally everyone. There are so many people who will actually listen to your problems if you have one. So if you really feel like that these courses are hindering your performance because they are online, or you just feel like your education isn't like what is up par to what you'd be receiving if it was in person, definitely find people you can reach out to and who can address that concern and help you get it solved. Because like I said, there are a lot of people who, like I said, don't know the answer on how the world's supposed to work. So I would definitely recommend that you find people who will listen to you and who will take those, problems that you have seriously and try to fix them. So yeah. Okay guys, so that is my short little tidbit on how to have a successful online semester. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. As always, thank you for watching.